So this is a part 3. But God, the reason why I mention those people, because those people are to look down upon on. But those are the people that Jesus want people to walk by his side, because they know they done wrong. They know they have a dark life. However, they want to make their life better. They want to go out and tell people, hey, it's not cool to be in prison. Hey, it's not cool to be out here tricking and stuff. If you don't know what tricking means, that means go out and prostitute. You know, it's not cool to do suicide. You know what I'm saying? These are the people who have saw God when I see him, but went to heaven and hell and came back to life and tell their stories. Say, hey, there is a heaven, and hey, there is a hell in this so-called world we live in. Because I've been there. But I'm going to teach you to stay away from this dark world that I end up coming across to. Remind you, Jesus walked with people who did adultery, lust, they scam people, they murder people. And these are the people that walk by Jesus' side because they want to walk in the kingdom of heaven. And Jesus forgive their sins. And they repent their sins. Remind you, these are people that most society people look down upon on. But because they believe in Jesus and they believe in God will wash all their sin by his blood, they turn their life around. But what I'm saying here is the people that so-called preachers and pastors that you see on television, they're the ones that are so dirty and two-faced and will lie to your face about what God really intentions are. But if you listen to somebody in the street who never been in a church but read that Bible on a daily basis, they can tell you a lot more about God and Jesus by themselves. Now there are some churches like for the black community, this is a really big subject touch it, because a lot of black churches, a lot of black people donate, they call it tithes. But a lot of black people donate to the church. And people are like, well, why do they donate churches? Well, you donate churches for different programs for the youth and children, the elderly and women and stuff, and help the homeless. Also, donating to the church, it also helped the community. See, the reason why we donate the tithes is, somebody can correct me, but to my perspective, the reason why we donate tithes to the church is to help the community, lift the community up, help the youth, help children, build the community to be stronger, help people believe in God, tell people Jesus is walk by yourself, by your side, and all the time. The church is supposed to be there to build and unite and strengthen the community. That's why people donate the tithes of the church. But now it's all a huge mess, and this is the reason why some people are further away from churches now. And that's just not just the black church. That goes with the Catholic and other churches, the Morgans and all kinds of religion. People do the exact same thing. People would donate money, but they don't get nothing back to the community. And it happens time after time. Once again, you got people who don't believe in God and don't believe in the church's faith. Because once again, churches keep on backstabbing people. And they keep saying God will do this and that for you. And people are looking around like, well, I'm donating my tithe of the church and everything, but how come God is not answering me? But once again, people gotta understand, God only gonna do your blessings if you take action. You can pray on God. And I told people, God is not a genie. He is not a genie. He's not gonna grant your wish. He's gonna see if you're trying your best to make it out in life. He's gonna give you things what you need. And I know a lot of people like, we need money. A lot of people want to win that damn lottery, you know. But God's like, you don't need money. You need this and that. Sometimes his plans are kind of weird and we don't understand it. But then later on in life, you're like, oh, okay, now I understand why God did that for me. Or, oh, okay, I know why he put this person in my life. Because he's giving stuff that what we need, not what we want. He give us what we need. Something useful, something that would guide us, something that would heal us, or something that will help us make it through in this so-called life. But people misunderstood that God, people think God is a genie, and he's not a genie. He's a God that teaches children about life and which way to take it and which direction to go. That's what religion is about. It's about keeping your life a peaceful, straight line. However, there are going to be bumps in the road. There are going to be obstacles right in front of your face. Nothing in this life ain't going to come easy. Jesus said it before. There's always going to be trouble in this world. So therefore, prepare yourself. Pray for yourself. Because this world we live in is a lot of chaos. There's a lot of evil people. There's a lot of crooked people. You can't avoid these people. What you can do is ask God which way to go. Ask God how to let go of the toxic people. Or how can I climb the ladder of my success in my life? You ask God questions. I had a friend, like I said, he was an atheist. And the more and more I keep talking about God, he started believing in God. Because he had a situation with his wife. And they came out good. And he thanked me. And he thanked God because now things are better. And he said, you're right, Jasmine. There is a God. Because him and his wife in a better position now. But once again, people don't see what God does for them. And other people do. So the ones who don't see what God does for them, they're looking at like God is supposed to put his big giant hand and stop Donald Trump from doing all this. He is. Because let me tell you something. Yes, all the crazy shit that Donald Trump is doing right now. However, it could have been a lot worse. Because Trump could have sent soldiers. I'm gay. There's a lot of LGBTQ people gay. He could have been like neo-Nazi, asked all the military people come around, grabbing all the LGBTQ people, put them in concentration camps and stuff. He could have shipped all the freaking black children to Africa and stuff. But it's because of God is stopping him dead on his tracks to not doing all these heinous crimes. There's a lot of things that this evil white man could be doing. However, because of God, there is a God. God is stopping everything. If you read on newspapers or articles or whatever, and you notice that a lot of stuff that some people are getting away with it, they're not getting away with it. It's catching up on their ass because God would say, okay, that's enough. I'm about to expose you. Because God is telling other people who were afraid to say anything about most people bad behavior or whatever in the past. God gives them encouragement to go and say, hey, go ahead. I'm right here beside you. Nothing's not going to happen to you. You know? And people, and that's why you see all these secrets and all these information coming out. That's why you see people dirty laundry coming out. Their skeleton coming out. Because God is encouraging people to speak up about the wrongdoing that other people are doing for years. That's why. So when people say, well, if God not stopping the wars, you got to read what's going on. If you do not read the newspaper or you don't read what's going on the internet, how are you supposed to know about what's really happening? If you read what's going on, you will discover that God is working. He's not going to put his giant fist and hand on this planet. He got people that works side by side with people like myself who have a good heart and good intentions and go out around the world helping people, saving people, guiding people the right direction, inspiring people to fight back, justice, educated people. Those are God's children of soldiers. That's why I say it's a spiritual battle, because you have God's children out here fighting to protect the weak and get them strong so they can help the weak and build them strong. And it's just a cycle. That's how God works. He worked through people. If it ain't through people, he worked through animals. And when I say people, I'm not talking about normal people. I'm talking about disability people, disabled people. I'm talking about people who are different. This is the reason why the world changed. And people keep forgetting this is how the world is still peace. This is the reason why the world's not madness. Although a lot of people keep saying it's like the end of days is here. True. It felt like it. However, I still have strong faith that we're still fighting for peace. Because I'm not going to give up on humanity. And God is not going to give on. He's not going to give up on us. He look at us like we're fighters. Despite the world is so, like, dark and stuff, God see a bunch of light everywhere. He see lights everywhere, you know. And God also understand people's hearts, and he see the spirit in each and every person. Like I said, it doesn't matter what religion you are. God has many names, just like the devil has many names, and everybody pray underneath one God, because that's how God is for many people's eyes. And Jesus is many different versions of him too. But they all come connected of good peace and faith of God and Jesus Christ. But like I said, I don't understand what's the problem with people using different religion. I really don't. Because in my eyes, if they're believing in God and they know there is a God, that should be great. And the ones who don't believe in God, we need to teach those people to believe in God. Don't force it, because I got a couple friends who are atheists or in the middle. And one thing I tell people, I say, the one thing I will never do for anybody who doesn't believe in God, I'm not going to force it, because that is their journey to find out for themselves. And I think a lot of people need to try to do that. They need to let people figure out on their own to find God by themselves and not force it upon them. And that's the reason why a lot of people are dissing away from themselves with religion, because people are forcing it in them, and they shouldn't, because it should be taught and then you find out for yourself. So in my personal opinion, I don't care what people's religion is, as long as it's peaceful and it's good and it's helping people around the world. That should be it, you know. So that's my take about religion. I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.